Chapter 2.
Dally sat in the common room or Raven Boss sketching a picture of Hiei and thinking of his kiss. Suddenly Sal looks up at the fire in front of her and a face appeared. The fire turned blue like water, but it was fire and the eyes wee yellow. Hello, said the fire. Mom, asked Dally. Jut, then Mystique came out of the fire. She was naked, but she didn't have nipples. Now that you are a wizard, I could give you my powers, said Mystique. She handed me an orb and suddenly the room turned colors. Ah! Screamed Della. She was in a lot of pain and suffrage. Then Mystique disappeared, leaving Dally with a belt with an X on it. She was now a mutant. Dally could feel a new rush hour of power in her organs. She tried it out and turned into a bat. Well, I could already do that because I'm a vampire, lol, she thought to herself. So 10, she tried it out again and turned into Demon Chaos Chow. A little spiky ball was above her head. Oh my fucking Christ, she said. I can turn into whatever I want with Mystique's powers. She pulled out her Blackberry and took it to Hiei. Hiei, I am a Chow! He came right over. She turned back though because it would be creepy if they kissed, and he said it was really cool. He wanted the powers too, so he asked the fire, can you give me those powers too? No! Mystique showered. You are not my doubter, and therefore I cannot pass the powers on to you. However, if you get married, you will be my son, so we can do it then. You know what this means, Hiei said. If we get married, I can have the powers. But suddenly Dally began to think of the other guys in her life. There was Edward. He had Bella, but he said something out liking her on the trolley. And there was Shadow, who looked at her like, I like you. She loved Hiei, but he liked the others. I don't think so. I have called Toe, said Dally, and she ran away crying. No, you can't leave me here at the altar! Shouted Hiei in upset. Ha 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 ha! Laughed Mystique. You will never fucking get the powers! And then she disappeared, and so did Hiei, because he's not supposed to be in Raven Cowl's dorm room. Lol, what was he thinking? ThE went quietly to herself when all of a sudden a blonde walked out of his class in a proster. What's wrong, Dally? He asked. Who are you? I asked. Oh, my name is Draco Malfoy. He said, Arf, you okay? Dally looked into Drake's eyes and saw that he cared. He was full of compassion like a snake. The boy held out a hand and pulled Dally up. Do you want me to walk you to your class? He asked. I would love that, Dally said, battering her ashes. They began to walk down the hallway together when a blast came out before them. It was Edward. Dally! He shouted. What are you doing with all these boys? Edward, it's really none of your business now. Let us go to the Great Hall, she snipped. It is dangeroso! He began to raise his voice. Just then Draco pulled out his wand and him and the vampire got into a big fight. But Dumbledore came and broke it up. That's it! He shouted. You boys will come have a talk with me in my office. And they left. So Dally had to go to the Great Hall by herself, but then Shadow came and joined her. What is a pretty girl like you doing all by yourself in the Great Depression all alone? He asked her. Well, Hiei is being an asshole, she said, and cried again. Shadow put his paw on her leg and massaged her, caressing. It's okay. He said, it's okay. Meanwhile, Hiei was updates punishing Walls angrily. Why did I hurt her? He asked himself, and then he thought of a soluble. I will win her back, he said. Meanwhile, Edward and Draco were upstairs in Dumbledore's house. They were sitting on his bed because he said they were out of cars. What do you think our punishment should be? Dumbledore asked, pacing around. He was wearing a black t-shirt and ripped Hollister jeans that showed off his muscles. Edward gurred. His sinkers were tingling. That something was not wrong. Suddenly, Dumbledore put his hands on both of the legs and says, I can think of something. Oh, you faggot! Draco screamed. He tried to run, but he could not.